Welcome back to the channel. I am here unseen. To my left here is Rich, and he's got a beautiful M2 in black sapphire, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, so let's talk about membership first. How long have you been a member of the club?
Well, I joined back in 1997.
Okay, so a long time member.
Yeah.
Continuous?
I got my 20-year pin. Actually, it was not really technically continuous, but
Close enough.
when I rejoined again in 2016, I think it was, or 2015. No, maybe it was 2010, actually. I said,
Okay.
well, okay, well, we'll just add on
Give you
to
your old number.
existing
All right,
years.
so behind me is that aforementioned M2. So what year is the M2 that we're looking at here?
2017 model year. I picked it up on December 31st, 2016.
Wow.
Yep.
So what jumped out to you about the M2 that said, that's the car for me?
Well, you know, I cannot buy a car that I do not obsess about.
Right.
And for about a year, I was obsessing about the M235i.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's a perfect combination of performance, good looks, and also a reasonable price point.
Right.
And it's going to fit in my garage. I have a fairly narrow two-car garage. And I totally wanted that car so bad. You know, it's all these spy shots of Nürburgring and whatever. Then, as soon as it was released, there were rumors about the M2 being developed and
Right.
more spy shots of the obviously different M2 at the Nürburgring. And I said, you know what? I guess I'll wait another year. So I did.
So did you put yourself on a waiting list at
Yep,
a local dealer?
List. Yeah, I got it on the waiting list at East Bay BMW in Pleasanton.
Okay.
And,
how long did you wait?
So
when you put your name down to get the car, or on the list to get the car, do you remember what day that was, or month?
Well, it was November 2015.
Oh, wow.
Put my 5K deposit down, and I was 11th on the list.
Okay.
And unfortunately, they were only getting
onesies a year.
2016s. So I was third on the list for the 2017 model year. So from November 2015 to October 2016, I was waiting. So I finally got the allocation on October 2016, spec'd it out, and then
yeah, not much to spec, really. Just
not really. Just
check your colors. You want a
package. Yep. So that was pretty much it.
So basically, you went out there and you got the car, never having driven one.
That's right.
Obviously, because they were unavailable for the most part. The only way you could drive one is go down to the Performance Center, which is what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'd already put our name down, but we got to drive it before we actually bought it.
Yep.
But we already sold it. I think just like you, it was like, it looked good, sounded good, I'll buy it, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about what you've actually done in this car, because it's been, I think, pretty significant in terms of modifications to the car, either cosmetic or performance-wise.
Yeah, I think I've done way more cosmetic than performance mods.
Yeah, so obviously up front, you can tell, we get in close here,
yeah,
the carbon fiber grille.
Yep, I stick that on. That's the hardest mod I've ever done on any car. You had to pull up the back of the front bumper.
Yeah, you have to pull this forward here,
take
off a couple of things,
and unsnap the little.
Yes, you can scrape up your hand very, very easily on this thing. I think when I did my one on my F10 535, I could actually just pull it out.
Exactly.
And this one, it doesn't like that.
Nope. Then
I see a little striping over here.
Yeah, I got that from IND.
Right, and that adds at least 5 horsepower.
Exactly. And it helps the aero a lot.
Yep.
You know. Then I think the only performance mod I've actually put in is a front shock tower strut bar.
Okay.
Strut tower bar, and that helps.
Let's walk around the car too.
Responsiveness just a little bit, but not really any faster performance.
Spin around. So I get tangled up here.
Then
we got the Michelin.
The very first thing I did was
Forest. Yep, I see the clear bra as well.
The clear bra. First thing I did to the car was to get rid of the Active Sound Design ASD.
Right.
And I got the electronic bypass harness.
Interesting. So you went hardcore instead of just coding it out.
It actually physically takes out the electronics of the ASD system. Because I've heard that if you just code it out, this particular model year had kind of a hissing sound. So, I said, well, no, I'll just take it out. I'll just do the electronic bypass. So I put the harness in. And the first cosmetic upgrade was...
You see here.
That was the last one.
Yep.
First one was the driver's side door. You see the little door handle? Right there.
Oh, did you put some
that too?
clear bra here? What else?
The keyhole is now gone.
Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, God. It's like
Yep.
so totally obvious.
Yeah, I just didn't
Didn't even think about it.
Couldn't stand it. I want to get rid of that. That was the first mod I did.
Yeah.
Then
Until you're locked out of your car, your fob doesn't work.
well,
You're
I
like,
just
curses.
Yeah, I'll just break it off. Whatever. Then I put in an ultimate clutch pedal.
Mind if we open the door to see
do
that? All right, let's see if we can squeeze in here. So obviously you can see the modified.
Yep.
If I can squeeze in here, the pedals.
Ultimate clutch pedal arm. Then also the
I see the
pedal
shifter.
house pedals.
Yeah, and the performance
And
shifter.
performance shifter.
And the steering wheel, too,
wheel. Yep.
which looks awesome. And, of course, the greatest driver mod, the gloves. So pretty cool. And then, obviously, we're getting over towards the back window here with all of your track stickers. So, exclusive track days.
Representing exclusive track days. Then
And this one is
Thunderhill 5
Thunderhill.
Mile. That's the Auto Club Speedway Inner Circuit.
And this
That's
one,
the South Palm Circuit at Thermal. I had to make that myself.
yeah, because I was like, what? I was like, that course looks familiar, but I don't remember seeing a sticker for that one
No.
yet. For some strange reason, no one's
Yeah.
made one.
And
And this is North Palms. No, Desert Palms.
Desert Palm. In Sonoma, I did not a full track day there, but I did a sort of a charity event,
Right.
lead follow laps for
cool.
Sonoma Children's Charity. Then Laguna Seca, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Exclusive track
And
days.
Coda, what you did,
Coda,
M track days, I
M
think,
track
right?
days, yeah.
Last year.
Got to
So
drive an F90 M5 there.
yeah, so that's awesome because this straight here, oh,
Yep.
lots of speed. And M track days is going to be back there at Coda sometime this summer. Dates haven't been released yet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Thunderhill
East,
Button Willow.
Button Willow,
Did that with the GGC.
right?
Excellent
I just did it.
stickers.
I did it with the San Diego chapter back in March, and then the Dead
I
Cone.
did several fun
Several
runs
autocrosses,
and,
right?
Autocross sort of test and tune.
Well, he still looks like in one piece because I know
Yeah.
you've murdered a few. I mean, we all have.
Yeah. You know, I wish I could have found a sticker with a flaming cone, but
I'm sure they sell them. I'm sure Blip Shift is probably working on something like that one because they have awesome T-shirts with
yeah.
with people murdering cones.
Yep.
Well, that's what they're there for.
maybe
To murder them.
Maybe I can add a little X'd out, like crossed out eyes, like
Yeah, or
a straight mouth,
blood.
Right.
All right, and then out back, obviously the first thing that comes here is this the M Performance
Yep.
one? Yep.
No, it's a clone of the M Performance. It's
Yeah.
RW Carbon.
Right. So it looks basically exactly the same as the M Performance.
Pretty much the same.
Maybe a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, it's definitely cheaper, but I think I've seen a real M Performance on a M2 owned by a guy named Andrew over here.
Yeah.
And,
Bessie's got one too.
Yeah, and it really looks a little better. It does have a sort of a deeper, more glassy look to it.
Okay, but hey, it looks still looks good.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, so it's gonna be difficult to get down here with the bushes back here.
Exhaust
But obviously,
tips,
exhaust tips are
active-
very different.
active auto work. Then I have put in some LED bulbs in the taillights too.
Ah, that's a pretty cool mod.
Much brighter and also sort of more fail-safe.
Right, but still haven't gone after the diffuser yet.
No,
I'm saying yet because that's probably on the list or no.
maybe we'll see about that. See, the way it is now, the matte black tips kind of match the matte black plastic. So
Okay, so yeah,
Not in
so you
too
change
much
that
of a
like a
hurry.
carbon fiber tip, then maybe the carbon fiber diffuser makes a little bit more sense.
yeah.
Okay.
The carbon fiber diffuser would match the lip here, but
Yeah, so that's basically it mod wise, and obviously we've seen what Rich has done. You know, with his car going to various tracks.
yeah, that's pretty much all in like a year and a half though. I did no high performance driving until 2017 really, because I had an old 94 540, 5-speed automatic, and an open rear differential, so I just didn't feel like tracking it. So
But yeah, but
So
obviously
kind of
you've got
new.
you got the bug in you,
Yeah.
and now it's basically nonstop going to tracks either with exclusive track days or is it maybe speed up stuff you've done
GGC.
and GTC.
Only those two. Yep.
Okay.
So I figured with this car, if you don't track it or at least do some kind of autocross or something, then you're really not getting the full value.
Right. So otherwise, it's sort of a glorified, grocery getter or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's very good at doing that too.
Yeah, if you're not really driving it the way it can be driven, you're just sort of, I don't know, you're not really getting the full
Well, I guess
benefit.
one thing we're not talking about is this fuel run
Oh, yeah.
sticker. So for those that don't know, what is fuel run?
Well, it's a very well organized rally. The original fuel run is from Southern California to Monterey.
Okay, is that normally done like a car week then?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like the Wednesday of Car Week. And last year I went on it for the first time, and it was from Malibu up to Carmel, actually.
Okay.
We meet in Malibu for breakfast. We have breakfast and leave as a group. You get kind of a goodie bag full of T-shirts, and this year it was detailing products and
And then obviously you get identified on the
stickers.
road with
Yep.
the stickers.
Yep. And we drove up from Malibu to Morro Bay, then had lunch at Morro Bay,
Awesome.
and then we had a nice drive up the brand new version of the reopened section of Highway 1 that had been closed because of
The rock slides, I think,
not
right?
just 100,000, not one, but a million tons of rocks and dirt
Ouch.
covered up that section of Highway 1. So it's kind of cool to be some of the first people to ever drive on that new section.
Okay, so I guess you plan to do it again come Monterey Car Week again?
Possibly, we'll see about that.
Okay. Well, Rich, not pictured. You can be found on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
You want to give out the tag or?
At underbar Otemanu underbar.
Right. So I'll put a link to that in the description to Rich's
Back when I
Instagram.
first joined Instagram, I thought, okay, let me just post some travel photos. So what's my best, where have I been? Oh, I've been to Tahiti, so Mount Otemanu. So, I think I've changed my focus a little bit since then in terms of Instagram. But
Yeah, as you can see, it's basically car pictures, and they're all usually very fantastic, and you do a variety of film and digital as well, I think, right?
Yep, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
I'm
go
seeing
check it out. Follow him. It's fantastic follow. Fantastic pictures. And a great guy.
All right, mate.
Not pictured, so you never see what he looks like because he's not on his doesn't show himself on Instagram.
Well, I think I will, but I'll be wearing a helmet.
Right. But now you know his car, so now you can find him yourself. So
Right.
leave that mystery. All right. Thanks, Rich.
Thanks a lot.